outside, head out the door, but I was on the inside.
Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. So I just did a video, my first video, my letter to teenagers, and I'm wearing the same clothes as you can see. So if you watch that video, you already know that I'm wearing the same clothes, so don't be alarmed. I recorded them in the same day, back to back actually. So welcome. The title is Loving a Man, episode 1. And basically what we're going to be doing is reading off my Glow app issues and problems that women face with men every single day. And we're basically going to just talk about them and discuss them, because I feel like most of us are going through the same thing and it's something that needs to be talked about. So we're just going to jump right in. If you're interested in hearing what we have to say on this Loving a Man episode 1, then stay tuned. So like I said, I'm going to jump right in. I'm actually reading these off my iPad, so you guys just bear with me if I keep looking down. Okay, so I'm trying to find the perfect one. This is the first one, so the first one, makes a grand impression. Okay, so my first one is, why do men have to look? And it says, I'm just curious why men have to look at other women. I used to catch my boyfriend, now he's my husband, looking at other women, not in a disrespectful way, but he just has to glance at an attractive woman in the room or passing by. I used to nag a lot about it, and he tried his hardest to just not stare at anyone at all. I used to take it personal because I had really bad insecurities, but now I have more confidence and I love myself now. I still catch him looking in the same manner I mentioned, but it doesn't bother me as much as it used to. I keep telling myself it's whatever, everyone stares. What is your opinion? Okay, so my opinion on this, my opinion is, he's just looking. Like, to me, it's not a big deal because I look at girls. I don't look at men. But I do look at other girls and I'm like, damn, she's cute as hell or something like that. But to me, it's not a big deal. Like, if my man's looking at another girl, I don't care, because I trust my man. I know that he's faithful to me and only me. And that I don't have to worry about him doing those things. He's just looking. Like, he's obviously with me. We can look together. I don't really, I honestly don't care. But if you're the type of person that does care about those type of things, just let him know, like, babe, like, I don't like when you look at other women, especially in front of me. If you want to do that on your own time, but don't do that shit in front of me, okay? So the title of this one here is Overreacting, question mark, and it reads, my boyfriend came home today and asked me if I want a ring or a baby. I can't believe this. I obviously want a baby, but I feel like if you're trying to have a child with me, then you should want to ask me to marry you. I know he wants to marry me one day, but it kills me that he asked me that. I don't know if I'm overreacting or what. Girl, you're not overreacting. Like, I wish my man would come home and tell me a baby or a ring. Like, why do I have to choose? And if you're willing to put a baby in me, then you should, you should want to marry me. Like, who wants to just have a baby mama? Like, I don't understand that. I never understood that about guys. Like, oh, a baby or a ring. Like, how could you even say that? I don't understand that. So that's a mystery to me. I don't know. You're not overreacting in my opinion. I will tell him, you're acting like a little dickhead, because how could you dare? Like, how could you tell me baby or ring? Like, of course I want the ring and I want the baby too. So I don't know, maybe it's something deeper. You guys have deeper issues than that. Maybe he's angry about something. That's what it seems like to me. So I would just try to get to the base of the problem, the nitty-gritty, because this is not the nitty-gritty. Like, he's being petty about something, and you need to find what it is, girl, because you don't want them type of problems in your relationship. You don't have to choose between a baby or a ring, girl. You can have them both, because we are women and we run the world. Okay? Okay, so my next one is a little bit off the wall, and I don't even know how I'm going to answer this, because okay, let me just read it. So it's labeled, what the hell, titled, what the hell. And she says, my boyfriend didn't wipe his ass after shitting because he's about to take a shower. Please tell me I'm not the only one who thinks that's absolutely fucking disgusting. Hell yes. That is absolute, like, girl, that's fucking nasty. Like, I don't even have nothing else to say about that, because it's nasty. That man needs to wash his ass. Like, wipe your ass. It don't matter if you're about to wash your ass. That's like, whatever. Like, girl, it's disgusting. And y'all got real issues right now in your relationship if he thinks that's okay. So this one is titled Long Night Arguing with My Boyfriend Last Night. And she says, so for the past couple of weeks, I have been suspicious of my boyfriend talking to other girls on Facebook, Kik, and WhatsApp because he's been deleting messages. And every time I see his phone, he's talking to another girl. Now, if he wasn't being so suspicious about it, I wouldn't worry, but he has been. Well, last night we went to the bar, and since I was drunk, that wonderful liquid courage came out, and I confronted him about it all. And he had an excuse for everything, and he just made me feel horrible about even thinking we would do such a thing. That he would do such a thing. Now I'm very confused because my gut still says something isn't right. So I always tell my friends, listen to your gut because your gut don't lie, girl. Like, and I just feel like, why do you have Kik and WhatsApp? Because you in a relationship, and I feel like that's for people who just trying to communicate with other people online. Like, who uses Kik and WhatsApp, and who you need to talk to, because all your friends should have your number, text message. And I don't think you need to be texting no girls. Like, I don't like my man texting females at night. Like, you know, it's a little suspicious, and I will go with my gut, and I don't think you should think that you're wrong, because men are sneaky, and you gotta double check behind their ass. I mean, of course, trust your man, but don't be no fool. So my next girl is asking, so her title is Sex, What Does This Mean? And she's asking, so my boyfriend and I haven't been on the best of terms. He doesn't have sex. We don't have sex often anymore. He has sex, oh gosh, I cannot read for some reason. We had sex today for the first time in 2 weeks, and he lasted slightly longer than usual. I would also say he didn't come as much either, considering it had been 2 weeks. He swears up and down he hasn't even masturbated during that time, and he hasn't cheated. I'm not sure if I'm overanalyzing it or if there is something there. P.S. He normally can only last a couple of minutes when it's been a long time since we had sex, and he usually produces a good amount of semen. Today it lasted about 4 to 5 minutes and came slightly less. Thoughts, opinions, advice. Girl, so I feel like you just need to calm down, because like, if y'all are mad at each other, I don't know, like, if I'm mad at my man, I don't want him to, like, I mean, I don't really deny him sex, but I don't want to be touched either, because, you know, we're at odds. Like, we're not on the same page right now, so I don't really want you invading my personal space, because all this is personal to both of y'all. And I feel like you're just overanalyzing things right now, because you're talking about how long he lasted during the sex and how much semen came out. Like, girl, come on, girl. Not to, you know, I don't want to downplay the situation, because it's your intuition. If it's something telling you that something's not right, then girl, investigate it. But at the same time, don't overanalyze anything and, you know, have your man feeling uncomfortable, girl, because you're just, you know, freaking out or have anxiety about him cheating or something. Like, don't overdo it, girl. So my next one is, okay, so my fiance abuses me physically, emotionally, verbally. He said he can treat me however the fuck he wants because he works and I don't. To be honest, he makes me believe it. What the F is wrong with me? I need help. I hate this so much. It's like a burden. Girl, all I have to say to you is, why are you still with him? You just said he abuses you physically, verbally, and mentally. Like, there's no reason to be with a man. I don't care what it is. I don't care what he's providing, what he has, what happened in the past. Like, if he's abusing you, I don't even agree with, like, verbal abuse. If you have like, if you're putting me down and you're saying that, you know, you're a fat whore, you're doing all this, like, I won't deal with you, period, because abuse is abuse, and a man that loves you is not a man that says those type of things or does those type of things to you. And I don't care who tells you otherwise. If he says he loves you and you made him hit you or something, girl, it's not love. Like, once you find real love, you will see that that man that you're chasing and you're staying and you're breaking your neck for was not worth it. So get your ass out of that situation right now, because you don't need him. Like, it's going to be hard. It's going to be trying, girl. But don't stay in a situation that is trapping you and causing you to lose yourself. So my girl here says, he pushed me. And it reads, Me and my boyfriend of over a year got into a very bad fight today. This is by far the worst fight we've ever gotten into. I wanted to spend some time with him, but he wanted me to leave early. So crazy how something so small turned into something so big. We fought and soon started screaming. He said hurtful things, and as did I, but when I came near him to try and make things better, he told me to get away. I didn't listen, and he pushed me. This happened a few times. Sometimes he pushed me on the floor or the bed, or I didn't fall. I talked to him about it later, and he said that I shouldn't have made him frustrated then. Is this abusive or just a push? So my thing is, can he not communicate without putting his hands on people? Like, I don't want to make it seem like he's a bad guy. This is about loving your man, but at the same time, your man has to be a man for you to love him. Girl, if he's putting his hands on you any type of way and you don't like it, I feel like it's a form of abuse. Like, don't push me and then tell me that I shouldn't have came near you. Is it a form of abuse to me? Yes, it is. And what would I do? I don't know. If you want to stay in that type of situation, then you know, you said it happened a couple times. If he does it again, girl, I would just leave his ass, because I feel like abuse only gets worse. So this one says, is this normal? My girl says, my now ex-boyfriend as of Friday night punched me in the face. He went to jail and he is currently still in jail. We were together for 2 years and he has never hit me before. My neighbors called the cops. I thanked her for it. I just don't know how to feel about it. I just don't know how to feel about it, because part of me is hurt and mad, and the other part of me is confused. Is this normal? I'm just so lost. Everything these past couple of days seem like it went by in a blur. So yeah, my thing is, people change, and you said that he has never did it before and he wasn't that type of guy, but people change. Situations make people do crazy things. I don't know what the situation was, but girl, if he punched you in the face, I would just say, I don't know, because sometimes men just get overwhelmed. I would either leave him alone for like just split up for a while, or break up with him, because nobody wants to be abused. And I hope that the situation gets better, but I don't know. Like, I hope. It's so sad, because nobody, the man you love, like, I can't imagine the man I love hitting me in my face, pushing me to a point where I have to choose between our relationship and me. Like, how could you do that to me? How could you do that? I don't understand. So, baby girl, just do what's best for you, what makes you happy. But don't be a fool. Like I always say to everybody, don't be a fool. This is about loving a man. This is not about loving a boy. And if he's putting his hands on you, he is a boy. You got to learn to recognize these boy characteristics. Stop putting men title on little boys, because that's what we do all the time. And that's why we end up in situations that are terrible. Like, your man cheating, he having other baby mamas and shit like that. Like, he putting his hands on you, girl. That's not a man. That's a little ass boy. And you have to recognize these little ass boys who will walk into our lives and act like they got good intentions for us when they don't. Just because these little ass boys, they're here, they're all around. They call fuck boys nowadays. If y'all didn't know, they fuck boys. But we are trying to love men. We're not trying to love boys. So you guys, I don't know. I always say, do what makes you happy. Follow your intuition and don't be a fool, girl. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with me on my first episode of Loving a Man. I hope that you guys totally enjoyed it and that you stayed and watched to the end. There is so much more to come, and I'm so excited. I'm so ready to be doing this thing with you guys. You know, this is my second video on YouTube. I hope you guys like this video and subscribe, and I hope you guys come back to see more videos from me, because I'm bringing all the good stuff to you guys. So thank you guys again for tuning in. Have a blessed day.